Hi, I'm Patrick Anderson with Mach-E Vlog, and today we're at Sill Tahar Motors in Broomfield, Colorado. We're going to take a tour of the Mustang Mach-E that's actually going around Colorado right now. So let's get started. We ended up visiting 3 dealers as the Mach-E tour went through Colorado. They had proper social distancing, of course, and we were still able to get a good look at the Rapid Red and a Infinite Blue I'll show a bit later. First impressions, the Mach-E has some really nice curves, and I particularly like the rear with the tri-bar taillights. The Mach-E really does have that long Mustang hood and muscular rear haunches, and of course the Mustang logo is featured prominently on the front. You can see how the look of the red changes in bright sunlight and in the shadows. There are a lot of Mustang logos all over the place, but only a couple of minor Ford logos located on the Mach-E. The front almost looks a bit menacing, and that pony logo really stands out. The mirrors have a power folding feature, but we didn't get a chance to check that part out. The Infinite Blue looked surprisingly good and better than any pics or video I have seen, but it is a complex color that sometimes looks more gray and then sometimes more blue. The vent shutters on the front of the Mach-E are closed here, but they open up to help cool the batteries when needed. One of my favorite details of the Mach-E, the sequential turn signals. Getting in is easy, just push a button and pull the door open. There's actually an actuator that pushes the door outward when you push the button, ensuring the door will even open when covered in ice. You can see it here retracting in this slow motion video. Of course, there's another Mustang logo as you get in. And the first thing you notice when you get in is that big 15.5-inch screen. Software was very smooth and very easy to operate. I think people are going to be surprised at how good of a job Ford did. And there's also a 10.2-inch screen in front of the driver. And overall, the dash looks very nice. Integrates well with the B&O sound system. Great selection of materials, and looks like it was just very, very well made. The steering wheel felt very comfortable and had easy access to adaptive cruise control and the sound system. And the center console had lots and lots of storage, cup holders of course, USB chargers, and a wireless charging pad. I thought the seats were pretty comfortable. We got to see the one with the white seats. The front seats on the Premium are heated, of course. And the rear seats were surprisingly comfortable as well, with tons of legroom and lots of headroom. The glass roof looked huge, although we only had a view of the dealership. You can tell the roof is quite tinted and coated to protect the interior from heat and also harmful rays. It's a small thing, but my wife was happy to see that it does have a sunglasses holder. And here she is giving the driver's seat a try. The Mach-E will remember separate seating profiles and other settings for multiple drivers. You can access the Frunk with a double pull of the lever below the dash. And here is the 4.8 cubic foot front trunk. The divider is standard because of some US safety rules, but it looks like that could be easily removed with a couple of screws. And at the back, there's even a drain in case you want to have something like with ice or whatever. And there's another Mustang Mach-E logo. And the rear is very easy to lift. It's a power lift, and you can also activate that with your foot. And in the back, decent amount of storage, and you can lower the back floor if you want a few more inches of storage. If you want it flat, you can raise that back up. Folding the rear seats down is easy, but it is a manual release. And we had a test out lying in the back, measuring the length. I think there's about 67 inches of room, so not too bad. So that's my report about the Mach-E tour as it came through Colorado. It was really cool to see the Mach-E in person and in two different colors. There seemed to be a lot of interest in the Mach-E while we were there. There was like a steady stream of people the entire time. And I even noticed there were a few Tesla owners or Tesla fans that came by to check out the Mach-E. As for my impressions, the Mach-E looks really great in person. All the little attention to details and the little like Mustang Mach-E logos that are spread throughout the car, the tri-bar tail lights and headlights, all those little details add up and it just looks great overall. I'm really glad we got to see the car in rapid red and infinite blue. I think the color of a car can really change its personality. So for the Mach-E, the red just gives it a very sporty look, and the infinite blue sort of makes it look high-tech and a bit luxurious, if you ask me. I was also really impressed with the interior of the Mach-E. I think they struck a really good balance between like a minimalist design as well as keeping a lot of like functionality available to you. Both of the cars we looked at had the light interior. The one I have is going to be a dark interior, dark gray. But the materials that they selected for the interior of the Mach-E, I think it just gives it a great feel and feels like very high quality overall. All of the materials felt nice and soft, of course, except stuff like the carbon fiber part on the dashboard, but it was pretty well put together and very cohesive. In some of the pictures, that large screen looks just gigantic, but when you're sitting in the car, it feels like it's very appropriate, and it's also very easy to access and flows very well. Luckily, I'm pretty short at 5'6", so there wasn't an issue at all, of course, with legroom or headroom, but the seats felt very, very comfortable. I was very happy with the front seats as well as the rear seats. I think the Mach-E is going to be a very comfortable car, whether you're using it just for commuting or for some longer road trips. If you want to see all of my photos from the Mach-E tour, you can go to the machevlog.com website and visit the gallery section. I'll put them all up there. I also took some very cool VR 180/3D photos of the Mach-E. They're available on my Google Photos account. If you want to see those photos, just go to machevlog.com, sign up for the newsletter, and I'll send you a link to the Google Photos album so you can take a look. And if you haven't heard, the embargo on Mach-E reviews is being lifted on December 15th. So on that morning, expect lots of news and information coming out about the Mach-E, and there's going to be a ton of new information to discuss. Just make sure you're subscribed to Mach-E Vlog here on YouTube so you don't miss a thing. That's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you for that. And stay tuned, I'll have more Mach-E news and information coming out soon.